Ross, I think we should probably start. I can keep an eye out for some more late joiners if you want to start things off.
Okay, thanks, Rob. So, good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank you all for joining us today. It's much appreciated. So, we welcome you today and joining us for the first in a series of webinars from Infosys and Xima. The afternoon session will be focused on how Xima AI can transform your business customer experience and optimize your workforce performance. We'll be demonstrating how we can look to achieve for you 98% customer satisfaction. We will also be running further sessions following today, leading up to an exciting, yet to be announced live event in Manchester in June of this year. So, starting off by introducing the team, I'm Russell Hallam, a business development manager focusing on customer experience in the contact center. I will be taking you through today's agenda and also introduce you to our partnership with Xima. Joining me today is Rob Burrell, our UK Sales Director, Natasha Sohn, our Channel Partner Manager, and John Florence, Senior Vice President of Industry Solutions. He'll be taking you through the AI capability of today's presentation to you all. Before we begin, please feel free to ask any questions in the chat throughout the afternoon, or alternatively, we can go through any questions you have at the end of the presentation. So I'll begin with today's agenda. So we'll be starting off today with an overview of Infosys and Xima and what that partnership represents. John will then take you through the Infosys and Xima ecosystem, starting off with an overview of Xima AI, the core capabilities, the AI chatbot, speech analytics and reporting, workforce optimization, workforce management, and the AI roadmap, what the future innovations are moving forward in 2025. Okay, so the partnership, just explain the partnership between Infosys and Xima. Infosys have been partnered with Xima for over 3 years now. We have a compelling go-to-market, which is Infosys' intelligent voice platform and global unified communication integrations. Xima Contact Center as a Service, advanced speech analytics, and agent guidance and training with powerful and evolving AI, as we can demonstrate today and for the future roadmap.
Yeah, thanks for everyone for being on here today. I think you're really going to love what we have to share today. And the center is the most important thing here, that all-in-one solution. Okay, so Infosys has a global unified communications platform. Okay, unified voice, Microsoft Teams, which a lot of people are asking about Microsoft Teams. I'll touch on that a little bit here today. SMS. Okay, so think your phone system. There's a lot of phone systems out there. So what makes this different? It's the different pieces that you can add on, but still acting like a single cohesive system. This isn't really laying on top. These are integrated platforms. So when a customer's like, oh yeah, I need more than just what comes out of the box with the phone system, that's where you add the contact center. Okay, I need skills-based routing. I need queue callback. I need omnichannel. I need voice, web chat, SMS, WhatsApp, Teams integration. I need all these tools to better serve my customers. Okay, and personally, I feel almost every single business has a contact center, has a need, and you should be leveraging that. I'll give you a real-world use case here. We're working on an opportunity. Customers looking at 4 different solutions. I'm going to show you some of the tools we went in with here today. They didn't necessarily ask for it, but we led with the contact center. You could get by with hunt groups that come out of the box of a lot of phone systems, but we led with the contact center and then also leveraged AI, the speech analytics in particular, and the workforce optimization. When the customer saw that, they stopped the demo. They're like, whoa, hold on. This is included in your proposal? And we're like, yeah, it is. And they were just thrilled. They're like, oh, we saw you were a little bit more expensive, but the value here is incredible. It's value add. Customers will pay for things when you present that value. And that's what this really allows you to do, is differentiate yourself. Because if you go and just UC only all the time, it's a race to zero, because so many phone systems are the same. Little bit different UI, couple of different features, but overall core functionality is the same. Where you differentiate yourself is with the whole solution. the level of analytics, the ease of use, the customization, adding in the different AI components, which we're going to go over all of these, the workforce management, the workforce optimization, the speech analytics, the messaging bots, and then a lot of other exciting things coming, which I'm going to share with you here today. These are all designed to help you win, secure customers for a long time, and provide the customer feature set that you need. The AI piece in particular, AI, a lot of customers are talking about it right now, but they don't know which pieces to use. That's the great thing with the solution. It's not like, oh, you got to pay for workforce management. No. Pick the AI pieces that fit your business and then grow into the solution. Okay. So let's talk about a little of these different AI tools, and then I'm going to show you them. And again, how you can differentiate your solution when presenting to customers. Okay. So what is Xima AI? Well, and why do you want AI? AI is designed to allow you to do more with less. That's the whole purpose of it. It reminds me when I joined the industry about 20 years ago. Some of you may remember this same conversation. 20 years ago, everyone's like, I want a VoIP phone system. And I was like, great. Why do you want a VoIP phone system? I'm not quite sure, but I know it's, what people are talking about. And it's supposed to save me money. Fast forward 20 years. It's the same with AI. I want AI. Great. What do you want about AI? Well, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use it, but it's supposed to make my team more efficient and it's going to help me save money. That's what AI is designed to do, but it's, delivering that in a way that they can consume, where it does make their agents more efficient. It does provide better customer experience. You provide that better customer experience, they're going to tell their friends about it. Word of mouth is the best advertising you can get. They're going to also stay a long-time customer when they have those positive experiences. And all those tools are designed to help in their respective ways, whether it's from workforce optimization, workforce management, chat bots, messaging bots. They all have their own unique roles. Okay. So let's start with workforce management, designed for a particular type of customer, typically more on your bigger side, where they want to know if they're staffed properly. I see this as a need all the time in the healthcare space. There's healthcare labor shortage worldwide. So how can workforce management help me with that? It can help you determine when you need agents rather than you just guessing, because you might staff for agents where you're overstaffed when you don't need them, you're understaffed when you need them, and that's what causes a lot of that labor shortage. Those employees feel overworked, they feel burned out. This is going to help you determine when you need the right staff and where you need them. It's then also going to help with that real-time adherence. A lot of people have started working from home. People want to know, okay, are they working from home or not? That real-time adherence will help you see in real time. Are they logged in? Are they taking their breaks? Are they taking their lunch when they're supposed to? Again, the whole purpose for workforce management is to optimize your agent's time, as well as ensure you're giving that customer a great experience because they don't have these long wait times, or they're getting left on hold, or they're getting left abandoned, or long, slow responses, not because you're not wanting to, because you just don't have the staff for it. This will help with that. And it's all AI driven, as it's looking at your historical data, predicting those trends and that forecast for you. It's also going to help management save a lot of time by building the schedules for you. Okay. So again, a little bit of different company, a little bit bigger, have multiple shifts, different time zones. Those are the kind of the things I see. Let's now talk about one that makes sense for almost all businesses. Workforce optimization, often paired with speech analytics. Okay, why does workforce optimization matter? What's the purpose of it? It is in the name. It is to optimize your workforce. Statistically speaking, so it's around call recording. Statistically speaking, businesses, employees, supervisors, they can listen to 5% of agents' calls. That's it. 5%. So what's happening to the other 95%? Let AI tell you. I often ask people, why do you record calls? Oh, for quality assurance, training purposes, and, if ever there's a dispute. He said, she said type scenario. Okay, what if you don't hear about that? What if a patient or a customer had a bad experience and they didn't escalate it to where you heard it from as a supervisor? Odds are you'll never know that customer had a bad experience. Let workforce optimization alert you. Hey, this customer just had a bad negative sentiment score of over 30%. Maybe you want to go listen to this call, find out exactly what happened. then you can take action on it. So you can get alerted on those poor calls. You can get alerted on an agent poor performance. And then again, it's designed to optimize it. Let's score the agent calls. Let's evaluate them, driving that agent performance. If they're doing a great job, you want them to keep doing a great job. So recognize them for it. The tool does that. If they're not doing the right thing, I say this on a lot of my demos. I'm like, hey, if you hear an agent, they did something wrong, if you don't go correct that behavior, what are they going to do next time? I have never had a supervisor say differently other than they're going to keep doing the same thing. This automates that training. So the agents correct that behavior. Again, it's all driving them up to optimal performance. Okay. In my opinion, the workforce optimization, speech analytics, it is the easiest sell. It's the easy button right now on AI, because a lot of the speech analytics, it just works out of the box. You just got to have it turned on, gets those recordings, starts transcribing them, starts doing that sentiment, using again AI keywords, tonality, and it just starts working for the customers. Okay. And then here's again where that speech analytics come in. Again, a lot of times those tools are paired together. As mentioned, analyzes customer sentiment, trends, compliance risk, lets you know about things without you having to spend time listening to those calls. So think of the time savings that this will provide to supervisors. If I don't have to guess on the recordings, if it can just tell me, these are the recordings you're going to want to listen to. These are the recordings where you want to ensure that your agents are following the right process, are verifying the things you need to verify for compliance purposes. Okay. Very powerful tool. But let's now talk about the AI messaging bot, chat bots. I'm seeing these pop up everywhere. Okay. And the purpose of it is, again, allowing customers, patients to get information in real time without having to up staff. Okay. A lot of companies are trying to figure out how to do more with less. And AI is a tool that can help with that. The AI messaging bots, particular the Xima Invosa solution, works with all your different messaging channels, SMS, WhatsApp, and web chat. It can provide real-time intelligent responses. It uses natural language processing. It also has access to different LLMs, large language models, that can then also be coached up with your additional knowledge bases, your additional documentation. You can upload those very easily. And that's the possibly biggest difference between Xima's and Invosa's solution than a lot of other solutions. Again, there's a lot of other tools out there that does this. 5 9s, Nice in Contact, Genesis. You probably have heard of these contact center solutions. They're great solutions, but they also come with a price tag. They also come with a level of complexity. This solution has been designed for ease of use. It's been designed not to be managed by IT, but to be managed by the actual contact center managers and the supervisors. And so when I show the demo, I want you to see the ease of use. That's the number one thing customers often reference when they move forward with the solution, is how intuitive and easy to use the solution was. And we are designing and building out the AI to function in that same manner. Because AI doesn't just work out of the box. It's not like, and run.exe. No, it needs to be coached up. It needs to be told what to do. It needs to have those ease of use, the easy buttons, as I like to call them. That's what we built. Okay, so let's take a look at some of this, shall we? Let's go ahead and kind of go in the order that I talked about. The workforce management solution. So the workforce management solution, it's going to look at all of your different channels, all of your different communications. So not just phone calls. With the contact center, as mentioned, it's an omni-channel solution. So it can do chats, it can do email, it can do voice, it can do WhatsApp. And then your team can come in here. Let me go pick on a different week here. Let me see if I can find a different week here. There we go. So how does it know the forecast here? So this top chart here is projecting the number of contacts that I'll have for my different phone queues, for my different emails and chats. Well, how does it know that forecast? It's looking at these different source weeks here. And again, I went to the week behind so I can actually see the forecast versus what actually happened. Did it actually follow what was projected? And you could also monitor that in real time. That's what that first dashboard was, is that's what's happening today. And I could look at the different days of the weeks here. So we're on Thursday today. So that's what it was looking at for last week. This bottom chart is showing you your average handle time. Because again, your staff can only do so much with the staff that you have. So with the projected number of contacts and how much time your team spends on these different communications, we can then effectively tell you, okay, to maintain your SLA, here's how many agents you're going to need throughout the day. Again, and it's learning from this from your past weeks, from your source weeks, from what's happened historically. It's consuming all of that data from the contact center. Okay, and again, it could show you for the course of the week. And this is where that ROI comes in, that return on investment. Again, healthcare, I see often Mondays are busier. So if you staffed up the entire week for Mondays, you're overstaffed on some days by, sometimes 10, 12 agents. So again, this allows you to staff appropriately. And the reason why it's going to help you staff appropriately is it's going to build out the schedules for you. So again, makes management's job easier. Okay, we said we need these many agents based off your agent profiles. I'll build the schedule for you. But it can then alert you if you're going to have any problem times. So here, okay, we've got an issue for the first half of the day. I am understaffed. It's telling me, and it does, as you can see here, breaks down in 15-minute intervals. You need 39 agents. You've only assigned 23. So you're going to have about 16 media types waiting, 7 calls in customer service, 8 calls in member services, and you'll have about a half an email on average waiting to be handled. And then it looks like you start to correct as the day gets on. So again, maybe you're okay with this, or maybe you want to make real-time adjustments. Ooh, let's move some people's lunches around to where I have a little bit more staffing. And again, the forecast and schedule are only as effective as agents follow the schedule. So you get that real-time adherence. So management can know, are agents following the schedule in real time? Oh yeah, sure enough, my agents are all logging in. I've got 100% adherence to their schedule, except for Cindy here, who odds are has called out sick. So as a supervisor, I could, mark that as a sick day. Okay. If I need to look historically, what happened yesterday, I could see that. So I could see it. Oh yeah, I had a couple agents log in a little bit late right there. So these red dots are when they're out of compliance. They're break, they're off of break. They're on team meetings. Where it's pulling these statuses from is the contact center. Here is that contact center interface. This can be branded. This can be customized. And again, now my boss could see it's taking me over a day to respond to this email. That's been in the queue for a day and 2 hours. So maybe I should respond to it and say, thanks for the demo. Okay. And I can send that off. I can handle my phone calls. I can handle my chats all through this platform here. Okay. There, Nick came in. He's got a lab request. Well, that's not for me. I want to transfer that over to Nick. It's going to track all of that so I can see exactly what's happening with these communications. This is where that Teams integration comes in. An agent interface. If your customer's using Microsoft Teams, in my opinion, there is no better integration when it comes to Microsoft Teams. Again, a little bit of the branding there. So if you want to brand the solution to match your own, you can do that. So that agent experience is living inside of Microsoft Teams. So what makes it so great, John? Well, first, single sign-on. Based off of my login up here, it's going to log me into the contact center. But it also has bi-directional presence sharing. These are the reason codes. Those are the reason codes that the workforce management is looking at. So if I say I'm going to lunch right now, well, if that's not my lunch break, it's going to throw me out of compliance. But what that did in the Xima Contact Center, that also updated my team's status. Put me in do not disturb there. So again, if I make myself available here, it's also going to make me available inside of Teams. That bi-directional presence works both ways. So if I were to say, oh, I'm going to appear away, that's going to update the contact center. There you can see it disabled my voice channel. And management will be able to see, oh, John changed his status in Teams. It's why I actually joined from 2 different profiles here on our Teams meeting, because if I would have joined with the same login that I used here, it would have seen that I'm in a Teams meeting and it wouldn't have allowed me to show you effectively, I would say, that bi-directional presence sharing. This is the last thing that we did that's a little unique. And again, if you've seen other contact center solutions with inside of Teams, it might look something similar to this, but this is where it's a little bit different. I'm going to go ahead and place a call into the Teams queue here. Here it comes. It's ringing inside of Microsoft Teams, and you'll see here, it's staying inside of Microsoft Teams. Most other solutions, they'll pop out their own client. So the agents are still managing two applications. They're managing Teams, and then they're still managing the other client, whether that's a Genesis, a 5.9s. It's not fully inside of Microsoft Teams. And the reason why is really this is an iframe. The problem with an iframe is the second you click off of that, it will drop the media. It doesn't see you logged in. We found a way around that. I am still actively on that call. It is still recording that call. You can see here, Teams still sees I'm in a call, even though I'm not actively on the Xima app. When I log back in or click on it, it's going to take me right back to that recording. There you can see it's still active, still actively recording. It's been connected this entire time. And if I wanted to transfer this over to other agents, I can, or other Teams users, I can do that as well, or to other queues. And we're going to track all of that via Cradle to Grave. So if you've never seen the full Xima Contact Center, this is just a little highlight of it. We are recording those calls, and that's important because that's where it's getting that transcription, that sentiment analysis. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull that up here. So here, it'll list out all the recordings. Now, in the management tool here, in the workforce optimization, you can create filters looking for different types of calls. I'm currently on all recordings. The workforce optimization tool will have your recording. You can add notes. You can do voice annotations. It can also record the screen. That scenario I talked about earlier, that's where that customer just absolutely loved it. They're like, oh, we could see what's on the agent's screen. Absolutely. Because the agents work remote. They're like, we don't know if they're following process, they're doing the adherence. So this would give them visibility into it. And then right next to it, you have the transcript with that sentiment analysis. So where you can see there's green, it flagged it as positive. If there's nothing there, is more neutral. So overall, without even looking and listening to this call, I know it was overall positive. But I could see the statistics right here. Oh yeah, sure enough, my agent was positive 22% of the time. Customer was 8% of the time. But not all calls are created equally. Let me see if I can guess on one here that had a negative. All right, we'll try one more here. There we go. So that there highlights the problem. I was guessing. On my fourth call, I finally found one that had a negative sentiment score. Well, those are the ones, in my opinion, that you need all the attention to. So again, I could set up a view, a filter to alert me if ever the agent or the customer, this was the customer got upset 46% of the time. What happened? Oh yeah, here's where I could listen to it and I could jump in right there. But I could, again, set up that view to alert me if ever a call hit a negative sentiment score. And so I could come in here and be like, all right, show me those negative calls. And I could go just right over to those. Okay, so again, very powerful tool with that speech analytics and that workforce optimization. Let's now move into the chat bots, the SMS bots. Low-hanging fruit. Because again, we built this where it's easy to use. Here you have the management interface. I actually have it over here on this platform here. Here's where you build out your agents. As discussed, you can have unlimited agents. So I could have an AI agent that's handling web chat. I could have an AI agent that's handling SMS or WhatsApp, or for my different queues. But then as I build out my agents, what personas do I want them to have? The strength of this is, again, the analytics, the integration with the contact center. There's other chatbot tools that you could go sign up for, not free. They offer free trials on the web, but they're kind of standalone, independent solutions. So what happens when the AI agent can't handle their request? Usually customer frustration goes up. The whole purpose of this is to improve customer satisfaction, not add to it. And so by having that integration, maybe there's certain things I want my AI agent to handle, but certain things then I want them to transfer to a live agent. So if they ever ask to schedule an appointment, send that to sales. Or if they ever ask a ticket status, send that to support. So you can have different rules in there to do different actions. What do I do after hours, during business hours? Again, how do I want this AI agent to function? And then more importantly, it already has natural language processing and LLMs built in, but do I want to enhance those details? So here I have it tied to a pest control company. So if I want to update that knowledge base, other tools that it has, I can add to it. So I can come in here and I can upload documents, or I could just go to the simple web extraction tool. Okay, so here I'll go ahead and just show this. We'll pick on Xima software site. I guess I don't need to pull the site over. What I want to do is open that up in my web extraction tool. Load. It's like I'm just now browsing the web. You know, what do I want in my knowledge base? Well, gosh, I've got a whole user guide that's online, but gosh, customers don't necessarily use it all the time. So maybe I want to put all this information and make it available for my agent. So maybe I want, them to understand the WebRTC module a little bit better. Capture page. That's it. That's all I have to do. That's now built into the knowledge base. We then provide the customer the code snippet for them to deploy on their website. So again, it's the easy button. You map your AI agents to the specific web pages, and then they're live. So I'll just go ahead and refresh this. So here's that pest control company I was talking about. It just pops up, hey, I'm Za, again, whatever name you want it, with Guardian Pests. How can I help you today? Maybe it is conversational. Hi, my name is John. How can I, it's a pest control company. What pest services do you offer? Oh gosh, offers a lot. So Clark Pest, that's who I have it actually tied to, offers a wider range. General pest control, commercials, integrated pest management, bed bugs, mosquitoes, disinfectants. Oh, you know what? Gosh, what about spiders? It didn't say that. Can you help with spiders? Oh yeah, we can absolutely that. What are you looking to do? Do you want to schedule an appointment or an inspection? Yes, I would like to schedule an appointment. Again, that's going to trigger that transfer option. Oh, I want to transfer you to over live agent to take care of that. Okay, who am I speaking with? John and J Florence at email.com. Send that over. Okay, and that just transferred me. I'm logged in as both. So here I can see, oh, John at jflorence at email.com is coming over, but I can see exactly what my AI agent has already talked about. So I could go through this and be like, oh, hi, John. Oh, okay. You want to schedule an appointment and it looks like you have spiders. Hi, John. I can help with those spiders. What is your address? And as an agent, I can also ask for images. You have a picture of the spider. Let's just make sure that's the case here. Or, I could send from templates here, making my job easier. But now I didn't have to ask all these questions. And that's also important. And that's the benefit of that blended contact center. I've talked to a lot of customers that have that standalone chat solution, and then it transfers to agents. And the agents have to ask all the same questions again. And so that frustrates customers. I don't have to do that. I can see exactly what is said. And in fact, has this customer chatted in before? Oh yeah, they've chatted in a few times. It's just pulling the last year based off their email. So I can see live interactions as well as AI agents all at my fingertips. Okay, if I need to transfer this over to another agent, I can do that, but no one's available. So maybe I want to send it over to a different queue as well. That's a little bit of that AI agent. But again, it can do personas. It can also do different language detection. So I'll just come in here and I'll just be like, oh, you know what? Do you speak Spanish? And instantly it'll convert to Spanish. My knowledge base is not in Spanish. It's already converting my knowledge base to Spanish with that natural language processing. So I don't have to upload double the database here. I just need to, start going through and asking my questions that I want in Spanish. And then ultimately, oh yeah, I want to speak to an agent as well. I'm basically doing the same conversation here, but just in a different language. So that can then transfer me over. Same process, but now in my preferred language. Okay, so let me show you one last thing on the personas. It does follow the persona. So if you're like, I want you to be highly technical and highly detailed oriented or super uplifting and friendly. To demo this, my team configured a space cowboy persona that also likes Westerns. So I could be like, hi, my name is John. And here you'll see it takes on exactly that persona. Howdy, name's Mal, like talking exactly like, what do you like? And he's going to start to tell me about, I like Jane's hat. Good sip of coffee. Okay. Are you a pirate? And I know that. Obviously, a customer wouldn't answer that, but yes, I can do that. So you can build out these different personas, but the strength of this, again, is that reporting in analytics. You'll be able to see in the reports how many chats are being handled by my AI agent, how many are having to be transferred. What is my AI agent saying? You have all of those communications in cradle to grave. So you want to drill down into an interaction, you can see that. You want to run reports on your AI agents or your live agents, you can do that as well on the different chat details. So again, I won't worry about running all the different reports here, but it gives you a lot of options when it comes to those messaging bots, the AI bots, and again, having that blended system. And again, hopefully you see here the ease of use. And that applies to everything from building out your different IVRs to building out and managing your different skills or queues and which agents are a part of that. How many channels and sessions can they manage at the same time? What real-time wallboards do I want? There's a number of different templates, but these are 100% customizable, as are the reports. Okay, I'll actually switch over here because this is just a lab environment. Here's a little bit more of a live environment. That cradle to grave interface is a little different than anything you've seen because it is not just doing cradle to grave on the calls. It's doing cradle to grave on every interaction. Oh, this customer scheduled a call back. Oh yeah, here's where we called them back. If the call gets transferred around from agents, you can see that. And with Invosis unified communication system, again, it functions all as the same with the contact center. So if I were to transfer this to a non-agent, you're going to see that full interaction, not just the contact center reports, but all of cradle to grave. But again, you can see the different chats. What happened on those? What's happening on the emails? Oh gosh, this email got transferred around from Nick to Jason, over to John, and then to Nick, and it's still on hold. So this email still hasn't been responded to. That's the one I transferred over to him just a few minutes ago. So you can see how your customers are being treated on all of their different interactions. And again, that flexibility extends over here to the reports, the multi-channel reports, the time of day reports. You have all of that, which again can be customized, can be downloaded, can be scheduled to run. And again, everything I'm showing you here can also live inside of Teams. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the roadmap. What can you expect from a roadmap perspective? Well, we're going to be enhancing some things from that speech analytics. Again, it's tied to that WFO. It's historical. It's analyzing the recordings. Here at the end of Q2, we'll be releasing our real-time speech analytics. So I want to be notified in real time if certain words and phrases are heard. So then supervisors can log in, take real-time action on those calls based off of keywords and phrases or real time. That with that real-time transcription, we will then be releasing our voice bots. So the voice bots and the chat bots that you just saw, they'll then now be available for voice agents. That has a wide variety of use cases, from virtual receptionists to virtual agents to interactive IVR. What do you want those voice agents to do? What knowledge base do they have? It will also, again, have that natural language processing. So again, can communicate with customers in the way that they want. We'll then take that to Agent Assist, where it will AI-driven giving coaching to the supervisors as well as to the agents, just so you can see kind of what that'll look like here in the future. That real-time transcription will then also show in cradle to grave as well. So not necessarily just in the WFO, but let's add it to cradle to grave so they can get a summary. They can get topic detection and add all of that into the reports. Add that sentiment into my same hourly reports, my daily reports. Or again, jump over to the supervisor view or configure that transcription to interact with an agent with a different persona for voice calls. But here's that agent assist. So in the contact center agent client, whether they're on a web chat, an SMS, a WhatsApp, or a voice call, the agent could still add notes and details, but they could engage their co-pilot, which will be monitoring their media in real time. So voice calls, giving them talking tips, things that they recommend. Or again, analyzing what's being said in the chat. Oh, hey, you might want to talk about this. The agents can then also engage the co-pilot, even if they're not on an active media. Maybe I'm going to do an outbound message and I want it, ask AI, what would be the best way to, draft this email, or, I'm going to make this phone call. What should I know about this customer? If it has information in its knowledge base, it could pull that up for you and give that and provide that to you as an agent. So again, a lot of exciting things on the roadmap, all coming over the next 6 months. Again, what I showed you live today, that's all available today. Some of that agent assist, real-time transcription coming a little bit later this year, but more designed for that SMB market with a more affordable price point and much easier to use. So with that, again, I'm happy to dive into more from a demonstration, but want to, again, thank everyone. Kick it back over to Russell, see if we have any questions that we can answer. I always like to leave time at the end for any Q&A.
Yeah, thanks ever so much, John. Really appreciated. Great presentation. Some great features and functionality there. So if anybody's got any questions, please shout out. Alternatively, we will be obviously making a recording of this video, and it'll be sent out to all participants. So any questions from anybody?
No, just to thank everyone. If Brian's still on, Brian's just asking, can we advise what CRM integrations we have? We can probably shout out easily the key ones, but we can also follow up with Brian. But yeah, you can shout a couple out there if you want, John.
Yeah, so the contact center integrates with over 100+ standard CRM integrations. All the big ones are in there: Salesforce, HubSpot, NetSuite, Oracle, Zendesk, Microsoft Dynamics, to, again, name a few, the big ones. Really, it supports 5 key features that, again, just work out of the box. Not anything IT has to deploy. What are those 5 key features? Of course, screen pop and click to dial. Then the big one, I think a lot of people like, activity logging. So all those calls, chats, messages, emails, those will log typically under the contact record or the account record within the CRM. Just does it automatically. Puts a recording link in there as well. It also has an address book feature that's available, and then caller preview. So when a call's coming in, it'll dip into the database, look up that person, and it'll actually present that contact and a business or account name to the agent when they're answering the call. So just in case you don't have the screen popping at the same time, it'll just show them in the agent UI.
Okay, well, thanks everybody for the attendance, and look forward to hearing from all of you. We'll obviously be following up with everybody, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks everybody. We'll end the event there. We'll hopefully speak to you. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you.